My name's Gareth Taylor. I'm an Armed Forces veteran. I was in the Royal Navy for just under 10 years on submarines, attack submarines. I was there as an engineer, both electrical and mechanical, and after 10 years decided to leave and pursue a career outside of the Navy. I left during a trying time, during the middle of COVID. It was quite hard to get a job anyway, but once I left the Navy, all I had was a level 2 qualification, an MBQ level 2. This didn't really open many doors for me. I wasn't able to get many jobs, I didn't get many interviews. So I felt once I'd landed a job, I needed to upskill myself so that my qualifications matched the experience and the skills I felt I had and felt I could bring to certain roles. So that was when I decided to pursue higher education. I knew I needed better qualifications to match the skills that I had and what I could bring to jobs that were out there that I knew I wasn't getting because of not being qualified properly. First learned about the ELCAS scheme in basic training, got taught about it within the first couple of weeks. Then I kind of forgot about it for the next 10 years because I didn't really need to worry about it whilst I was in the Navy. As I was leaving, part of the resettlement, they gave us more information about it, what we could do, what we could use it for, how much we would get. I was on the higher bracket at the time, so it's around up to £2,000. They pay 80% of any course, you had to pay the other 20% yourself. So it was massively funded, anything you chose to do. First qualification I chose to do was an EBOSH general certificate. Got that done, again only paid for 20% of it. And then after that I decided to get a HNC in electrical and electronic engineering. This I started in 2023. Found UniCourse, got recommended to UniCourse by a friend who was also a veteran, older veteran, didn't have the ELCAS scheme, but I knew I did. Upon going on their website, I found out that they accepted the ELCAS and went from there. Within messaged them on one of the days. The next day I got a phone call asking me what it was I wanted. I used a little web chat thing when I first signed up. They rang me, asked me exactly what I wanted from the course, what I wanted to do, how the funding worked, how they would accept the funding, what I had to do to get the funding, because I kind of forgot since my NEBOSH, because I did the NEBOSH whilst I was in, and this was my first one as an actual civilian doing it myself. So they were really helpful every step of the way in securing that funding and starting the course. The course itself, it was just under a year it took me to do my HNC. The course, challenging at times, but the amount of support that UniCourse themselves give you, the course material, the books to learn from, tutors are always available whenever you need to get hold of them. They really will help you from start to beginning. If you get stuck at any point or they've noticed maybe you've not handed anything in for a couple of months, they'll give you a little courtesy call sometimes, just or an email to just say, are you okay? Do you need any help? Do you want to ring us? Do you want to talk? That kind of stuff. So they're really, really useful in helping you. Changed my civilian life. It allowed me to get the job I'm currently in now. I actually applied for it just before I got my HNC, and I literally got an email saying, once you've got your HNC, get back to us. Until you've got it, I can't accept you for the job. So a couple of weeks later, I received my certificate, Pearson's, and sent an email, got the job, and that's where I work now. So it's a place I've always wanted to work, and UniCourse and the ELCAS scheme massively helped me to achieve my goals and get me to where I am now. Personal development wise, like I say, it's allowed me to get the career that I've wanted ever since leaving the military, back in the defence sector, and it's allowed me to also start thinking about starting my own business, a technical writing business. And it's, I believe, the things I did on the course on the HNC, and I'm currently now doing the HND, which I also got ELCAS funded. I believe that some of the things I've done in there have massively helped me to understand that aspect of it, the technical document writing, especially when you're writing these big essays and units and the assignments and stuff. You get used to writing professionally and being able to take and explain things in a way that people will understand, whether it's engineers or not engineers. And yeah, if I was to offer any advice to any veterans out there who are thinking about applying, about do it, get hold of ELCAS, get them to fund. You normally just email whoever your representative is, and the ELCAS itself within a couple of days was sorted. Then you send UniCourse over the details, give you a start date. I think there's normally a 30-day lead time or something like that on the start date. You get the start date, and then on that day they will ring you and send over all the stuff. Mine was actually on Christmas Eve for my HND, but they still managed to get it out to me on that day, which was amazing. Yeah, I recommend UniCourse enough, and I can't recommend the ELCAS scheme enough. I've used it. I've used all 3 of my supplements now, and I've got my NEBOSH, my HNC, and I'm now doing my HND. So it's massively helped my career, and it's helped grow my personal development, and yeah, it's taken me to exactly where I want to be in life. So yeah, if you're going for it, go for it. Couldn't recommend it enough.